This video was made in cooperation with Fyazko. If you guys want to see more quality guides like this one, go check out his channel. Welcome to the Art of Ike. You're probably going to be expecting some advanced techniques and setups. Well, I'm actually here to talk about simplicity. See, Ike is a character of simplicity. It's not about advanced techniques. It's a test of your fundamentals. Fundamentals refer to the presence of mind you have while playing. Spacing, baiting, DI, edgeguarding, conditioning, and your ability to make reads. Ike is the perfect character to play if you want to improve on these aspects. He's the most basic and honest character in the game. Ike is the essence of how Smash 4 is designed as a fighting game. He only has one advanced technique, but I'll go through that one later. First, I'm going to go through every move and go into detail regarding fundamentals. Let's start with Ike's neutral air. This is Ike's main move. It covers Ike's front and back. It's a big part of his neutral game and his main combo starter. Let's cover the different ways of using this move, starting with spacing. Bad spacing would be blindly approaching with this move so that the opponent can punish with a grab. Honestly, this applies for almost every move in the game. This forces you to always perfect your spacing. Another bad way to use this move would be by short hopping and buffering it. It teaches you that it's not how Ike is supposed to be played in neutral. It's not in his design to buffer attacks and have a quick neutral game like some of the other characters. But instead, Ike is about patience. It's about jumping, spacing yourself, and landing the moves with maximum distance so that you are always left unpunished and in an advantage where you dictate the flow of the game depending on your own and your opponent's fundamentals. Another great way of spacing it is so that you land behind your opponent. See, when you hit the neutral air, it's simple really. All you have to do is follow up. And of course, I'll be showing you the follow-ups as we go on. What's more important though, is to keep track of what happens when you hit the shield. Obviously, since your opponent can't simply just punish you with a grab for making a mistake, they have to choose between an aggressive option or a defensive option. An aggressive option would be dash attack, a buffered aerial, or running in to get a grab. The grab attempt can be punished by a jab or down tilt. Dash attacks can be shielded and usually punished. The same applies for most of the aerials, depending on what character you are facing and if they full hop. A defensive option would be spot dodging, rolling, jumping away, or just staying in shield. Spot dodging is not appropriate. If anything, it's a bad habit that you can exploit. Rolling away can be punished with a dash attack. If they roll behind you, you can punish it easily. It will also give you more space and possibly stage control. It may allow you to approach again and punish correctly according to the information you've gotten so far on the opponent's reactions and habits. Jumping can be punished with an aerial. And if the opponent stays in shield, it's usually because you have been using a follow-up like jab or down tilt and conditioned them to hold their shield because they're used to a second attack after the neutral air. And so, as you have conditioned the opponent to stay in shield, you can now grab. Speaking of conditioning, since short hopping has now conditioned the opponent to shield because of neutral air, you can instead just fast fall and grab. This is referred to as tomahawk grabbing and is extremely useful for characters like Ike, Cloud, and many more. Neutral air can also be a pretty good landing option. Keep in mind that neutral air can set up for footstools. Back air is one of Ike's quickest moves. It comes out at frame 7 and is incredible at killing. Standing with your back to your opponent can be quite intimidating. Since you can buffer a back air, the opponent will be conditioned to shield. You can also stall the back air. And now, since the opponent is aware of both the quick option as well as the stalled option, he will be conditioned to hold the shield for a longer time, and so you can go for a tomahawk grab. Landing a back air at low to mid percentage can sometimes force the opponent to tech. It's also amazing at punishing ledge get-ups, as well as edge guarding. Down air is mostly used to jab lock the opponent after a footstool at low percentage. And if you hit with the end of the sword, it will spike. Up air is for killing and catching falling opponents. It can also set up for combos and footstools. Just to clarify, first of all, you cannot tech after getting footstooled. Second of all, if you get hit by a move that spikes, normally you can tech it. Although if you have been footstooled and laying on the ground, you cannot tech the spike, which means that this whole combo is true. The only thing you need to do is to predict or react to how they DI. Forward air is great for comboing and killing. It's also great for edge guarding. It comes out decently fast, and when you short hop and buffer it, it has no landing lag. Forward air can sometimes be a better landing option than neutral air, since it really pushes the opponent away and keeps you safe if you space yourself away from the opponent. Ike's first jab comes out at frame 4. The second jab comes out at frame 3. This makes jab 1 relatively safe to use on shield, since if they try to grab, you can interrupt it with the second jab. The final jab can put the opponent into a tech situation at low percentage. Down tilt is a good combo starter. But more importantly, down tilt is an incredible long-range poking tool. It comes out at frame 7 and has barely any lag at all. This move serves as a great identification tool for Ike. By hitting your opponent with down tilt, you can identify what your opponent's habits are, as well as what defensive options they prefer. Do they jump, air dodge, or attack? By observing this, you can get information on the opponent's playstyle. A player who air dodges may use this option as their main way of escaping a combo situation. Same thing with jump or attack. It's the same case for hitting the shield. Since you can safely hit the opponent's shield from long range, you will force a reaction. It cannot be punished with a running grab or tether grab. So, do they jump out of shield, roll, or stay in shield? If they stay in shield, grab, or down tilt again. If they jump or roll, well, then punish the jump or roll. And if you don't manage to punish it, it's still okay, because you have now identified the preferred option. All of this will allow you to ultimately make more reads on your opponent. Up tilt is a good, quick option to punish opponents above you that either air dodge or attack. Forward tilt is great for punishing spot dodges, as well as ledge get-ups. It can also be a good option for punishing attacks with a lot of end lag. Dash attack is also very good at punishing moves with a lot of end lag, especially from a distance where forward tilt wouldn't normally reach. It's very strong and can kill early. It should also be used after the opponent has decided to use their double jump and are trying to land on stage. You could use this move in neutral, but only if the opponent isn't respecting you enough to keep their guard up. After hitting the dash attack, you have now conditioned your opponent to play more defensively and keep their guard up. This will ultimately benefit you because it creates more space for you to use neutral air, down tilt, or grab. Ike's forward smash is a very slow but powerful smash attack. It's unlikely that you will hit with this move, unless you can successfully predict the opponent's ledge get up. Another important use for it is after a down tilt. By punishing an air dodge with a forward smash, the opponent will most likely start favoring a different option, like jump or attack, the next time they get hit, since they will now fear getting caught a second time. Up smash serves the same purpose as forward smash. It's great for punishing opponents that are trying to land on stage. You can also tech chase with an up smash or forward smash if the opponent gets launched onto a platform. Down smash is kind of a poor option for Ike. The only notable thing about it is that the back hit is stronger than the front hit. Forward tilt will usually be the better option though. Eruption is designed to punish the 2 frames of vulnerability when recovering. When you charge it halfway, the damage will boost from 10 up to 25. If you keep charging it, it'll instantly go from 25 to 35 damage. And at the end of the charge after the flash, Ike will deal 10% damage to himself for charging it for too long. When you've charged up to 35%, it will send the opponent horizontally. The halfway charge will send the opponent upwards, so the halfway charge will usually kill earlier. When you release Eruption, it takes 10 frames before the first hitbox comes out, which covers this much space. This lasts for 7 frames, although at frame 6 and 7, the hitbox gets reduced to the tip of the sword, which is still just as strong. Ether takes you straight up and down. You can only move a very minimal amount to the left or right. If you catch the opponent off guard at the edge, you can hold backwards just enough to spike them and still catch the ledge. If you hold backwards for too long, however, you will commit suicide, so it's important to practice the correct spacing for this. Ether can be easily punished, so don't overuse it. Quick Draw is your second recovery option. If you hit an opponent, you will be able to act out of it. And well, here it is, Ike's only advanced technique, cancelling the landing lag of Quick Draw by full hopping and using side B. The lag is only completely cancelled if you land at the perfect moment. Not too soon, not too late. Down throw is the best option between 0 to 10%. It leads to a lot of true combos, although you should always try to go for a footstool, and then follow the DI while you reset with a down air. If you miss the down air, you can always keep chasing. This works on all characters, but the timing is more strict on floaty characters. Back throw and forward throw are mostly for tech chases. And after mid percentage, you should start using up throw, since it leads to a guaranteed forward air. At high percentage, Ike gets a 50-50 with the up throw. So, there you have it. That's how you play Ike. And honestly, that's how you should more or less play every character in the game. With the simplicity of Ike, I've instead demonstrated the complexity of Smash 4 and how certain moves can be more complex than they actually look. I hope this video taught you more on how to play the game rather than only Ike, no matter if you are a beginner or a top player. Next up is Art of Zelda and Art of Sheik 2. And after reading all the comments, the most favored characters to get a tutorial are Marth, Roy, Shulk, Mewtwo, Greninja, and Yoshi. Now, the tutorials might not come out in that exact order, but it's definitely what you can expect to be next. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on my channel, please like, share it to all your friends, and subscribe.